Welcome everybody to another edition of the Copilot News. First of all, Teams and Copilot. Meetings. The AI summary of some meetings was not always very accurate. The reason was people with different languages were talking all over the place, in Dutch, in French, in German, and the Copilot of course had trouble transcribing all those sentences because they're different languages, and the result was a transcribe with errors. Now, new added to Copilot is the function for multilingual support. This you can enable by creating a new meeting, go to the meeting options, scroll down to Copilot, and over there you will see a slider, multilingual support. Excel remains a pretty difficult application to master. You need to know some math, you need to know some formulas, and that's not the case with everybody, like with me. So when I open an Excel file, now since May you will be greeted by a new welcome screen that gives you a couple of features to start immediately on a new spreadsheet. Also a feature that's new is when you select some cells in a spreadsheet, there will be now a contextual menu with the Copilot logo, and it will automatically know more or less what you have selected, give you some suggestions, or go to in conversation about what you have selected. So you will have the contextual menu now at your disposal and the sidebar, of course. Also very important with the sidebar, it is possible to easily open a spreadsheet, open the sidebar, and a few buttons will pop up. First of all, the button Give Me Insights. And with Insights, it will analyze the spreadsheet and give you the most important insights, like did we lose any money, are the customers happy? It will try to explain to you what stands out in this spreadsheet. And of course, like always, you can go into conversation with them. It's not the answer and done. No, you keep talking with Copilot. Another feature that's very useful is when you ask that, there will be a follow-up button telling you or asking you to click on it, of course, and it will say, oh, visualize this data. And with that, it will instantly create dashboards and charts so that the data is not just flat data, but you will see, oh, we made some progress here and this, and it will become much more visual, so you will be able to understand basically any spreadsheet they send to you. Copilot in Mail was already greatly supported. There were many features and many people use them every day, like the summary of a mail thread, for example, etc. But now it is possible to create a priority list. So you go to your inbox, there will be a new button, create a priority list. It will look in your mailbox, figure out the context. Since you're having Copilot for Microsoft 365, it knows your planner, it knows your agenda, it knows all your tasks, all the chats you had. So it will know these things are more important than those other ones, so you can focus on the work that's most important and needs to be done first. Copilot in OneDrive is very, very useful. You can select a file, create an agent, ask questions about any file without opening the file. But what if you have one file, you've sent the file to a client or a customer, you get it back, you save it in your OneDrive, and all of a sudden you have document 1, document 2, for example, or -1, -2. If you have multiple versions, it always adds up. So what are the differences? Select both files, go to the bar at the top that says Copilot, and over there a new option will pop up saying Compare Files. The files won't open, it will display a new screen and exactly list what the difference is between those files. You decide which one to keep and trash the other one. Another couple hours saved. Making presentations with Copilot in PowerPoint. You might have tried this feature in the past, but you might have been disappointed. The presentations that Copilot produced were very general, too long, it was out of touch with what you wanted, and a lot of frustration there, and people walked away and maybe thought, this feature isn't very well and isn't working that well. Well, there are actually 3 ways to create a presentation. 1, you go to the portal, you give the subject and it will create a presentation, but it might be a very long file and you have to redo everything. So that's the least interesting way to do it. Second way is to go to PowerPoint, open the side panel, you've selected or created a new presentation, and you give it instructions, and step by step you make your presentation. Also, not that great because it creates a lot of presentations, a lot of slides, and you have to remove them and edit them all over the place. The best way is the following way. You go to PowerPoint, web or desktop, doesn't matter. You create a new PowerPoint file, you will get an empty slide, but on the slide there will be a small Copilot icon. When you select that, automatically you will go into conversation with Copilot and it will ask you, what do you want the presentation to be about? You can also select a reference file, a Word file with any content you want to be included in the presentation, and then it will create an overview of the presentation with all the chapters. You can rearrange them, chapter 2 needs to be 1 and vice versa. Then you can delete them if you want to, add more content and go into conversation until you have a good layout of the total presentation. And only then it will render the presentation, add the images, add animations, add all the right fonts, etc. These presentations look very slick and you will have little work adjusting the pages it created. So that was this month's Copilot news and I hope to see you all next month. See you!